this condition. It's certainly more Zyphodon than your usual crocodilian. Your modern day crocodilian.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it has at least on one side like a cutting edge and stuff, and yeah. Anyway, let us start with Armadillosuchus. In 1, 2, 3, go.
Okay.
Strange creature.
We almost
It'd be a
discussed
little-
this animal for the same amount of time that we'll be drawing it.
There's a lot to talk about with this guy.
Yeah,
So,
Fair.
I mean, there's also many misconceptions to get out of the way, and it has a weird, complex anatomy. So
What is the point of
Figure it
Paleo
out.
stream flocking if all we do is just flood the internet with more inaccurate drawings?
that
True.
too.
Nothing in life is
For that, we have
accurate.
David Peters.
Yeah.
DP.
What about Fox?
Yeah, sure. You making up for your last Armadillosuchus
I was
recon on
young
Paleo
and
stream.
just started streaming. I didn't know what I was doing. Clearly.
Wait, what was the previous one?
Very bad.
I mean, painting-wise, I actually still like it somewhat. I think
Oh,
it's
yeah,
actually
no, it's-
in the first Palestream book.
Yeah, its colors are very pretty.
Oh wait, I have that. I can just look at it. Hang on.
like, are we talking about the comic or the individual piece?
The individual piece.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, true, it's also in the comic, and there again, still,
And yeah, it
With-
was a very popular meme. So like, and
yeah.
the fossil mount
I
is
think
very deceptive, as you mentioned.
I think I kicked myself in the ass because relatively shortly after I finished that comic, I learned about that meme.
What, the paleo meme?
Yeah, with
That turns Armadillosuchus into a pangolin.
oh wait, Impulse, you are here. Why are you so quiet? I have you on 200%.
Oh, because I just noticed my microphone was pointing the wrong way.
Oh.
Oh.
But you're still very quiet for
Why?
some reason.
Where did I
Who
pick-
knows?
Bruh.
I assume that the big cananiform teeth in the front of the mouth would actually be visible.
You could reconstruct it like that, yeah. I think a lot of people
Oh.
do. I am not super well versed on like the soft tissue lip interpretations of the Tsukians, but
I mean, it's a
Uh.
field that has not been actually opened yet.
yeah.
Oh. And I found the drawing. It's a
The
turtle.
horror.
It is pretty though.
Redundant.
pretty.
Those turtles are pretty.
Okay. I gotta figure out how to draw this thing because it's gonna be a little difficult.
Honestly, with teeth like these, I feel like lips might actually make sense.
Yeah.
Maybe not the canines, but like the weird inward facing quote unquote
molariforms, yeah.
molars. Like, yeah, no, like I cannot imagine something like this, like with having that exposed. Like how?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, no. I was mostly saying, like, if not entirely saying that, like, at least part of the cane, like the big teeth would stick out.
Well, I mean, you did, for example, draw Caipirasuchus with concord lips, and that is one of the closer relatives.
True.
Yeah, true.
it's also Sphagosaur just outside a big group, basically. Well, big as in large body size. Sphagosaurus can be distinguished into like the basal smaller ones, and then Sphagosaurus and Armadillosuchus and I think another one from like a distinct in the group, which is just the large bodied ones. I seem to be more robust.
Yeah.
Hmm.
If this guy did have like leatherback style skin across like a lot of the torso, I can only imagine what it would look like laying down.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what I'm doing for this.
Nice.
Cool and awesome. Okay.
Ooh, I think I made the neck a little bit short. I think it's still a little bit too short. Gesundheit.
Salud.
Gesundheit.
Thanks.
Salud.
Gesundheit.
Thanks.
I like the trying to think what it's called. I like the Indian rhino idea. Oh, hold on.
I know Sassy is the one that does Metriorhynchid skeletals or Metriorhynchid stuff. But like, I'm curious if you've done Metriorhynchid stuff, Armin.
I've been looking into some of the new ones when they got published, but I haven't done anything more detailed than that. There's some cool stuff. I just really gotta look more into things.
Yeah.
Like with how I
mean,
work on
so-
Wikipedia, I'm tending to like get focused on specific groups, finish those up before I can move on. So they are far down the line of things to do right now.
Telatasuchians are their very own can of worms. Very much.
Yeah.
I mean, marine pseudosaukians and crocodilians as a whole are, because dinosaurs are also very silly.
Yeah. Those are probably going to be something I tackle before I ever get to Telatasuchians, just because it's a big group, but it's still more manageable than, either group of Telatasuchians. Like, the historic taxonomic fuckery alone of, Metrorhynchus, Stegosaurus, etc. is.
Ooh, yeah, especially Stegosaurus and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quote unquote Stegosaurus.
Like, if I ever get around to, like, tackling those groups in the entirety, like, one consecutive project,
Yeah.
it's gonna take me definitely more than a year, way longer actually, to, like,
Yeah. I mean, the nice thing with stuff like not Cricosaurus. I mean, yeah, Cricosaurus is a mess too, but Stegosaurus is that there is now at least one paper that covers most of it.
Bolensis, Macrospondylus is really well covered. Yeah, that is great.
Yeah.
That makes it like seem one of the more achievable ones. But
Zombie Bear, welcome to the stream and thank you for the follow.
Quick question, Josh.
Yeah.
I just posted this skeletal, and I know the armor is probably outdated, but
I would not use that.
are the proportions?
We don't know. We
Well,
don't
what about
have much of the postcranial material.
I would not be surprised if
Gee.
this guy was a little bit more stocky.
We have evidence of what was it? Pachyostosis?
Yeah, if you mean the thicker
Pachyostosis in
bones,
the
yeah.
ribs. Yeah.
Ooh,
Mm.
I'm
interesting.
even more. I would be even less surprised if this guy had a stockier build then.
Yeah.
Like that, it is part of the robust group of
Well, also, like
Sphagosaurids.
pachyostosis is usually something you would expect for like swimming stuff, and this
Yeah,
guy
I
is
mean,
certainly
you
not
have
swimming.
Famously
you-
manatees, yeah, but like could just
mean,
be
you-
like too robust.
I mean, you have a mess of like convergences between burrowing things and like digging things in general,
True,
along with
true.
semi-aquatic things. Like that happens so often. It's why we don't understand fully like why snakes went limbless.
I was about
and
to
stuff like that.
say snake evolution is still massive because of that.
I think
Yeah,
the shoulder girdle is pretty long, strong claws on the forelimbs, robust neck with the obviously the massive single piece of neutral armor, basically.
Yeah, Sicilians are also another example of that. Of like you have you have burrowing and swimming individuals. There are.
I
like,
also
Yeah.
love the
basic
language.
anatomy.
Petite, thank you. Like,
Uh.
I heard it, and I also initially thought Sicilians is like Italians.
I heard it.
It's a
and I had
crime
to
that there's no
comment on it.
Sicilians on Sicily.
True. Let's change
Yeah,
that.
that's true, actually.
It's like reverse
Invasive
Saint
population
Patrick.
established.
Josh,
Yeah.
is it invasive species time?
I
So
think
banishing the
Sicilians in
snakes from
general
island.
have a lot of problems with becoming invasive because they need specific conditions. Oftentimes.
They're invasive in Florida, obviously.
But
I mean,
that's
they are.
Florida.
I mean, that's Florida.
Yeah.
I mean, Florida is the invasive species
Florida could
hotspot
have,
of-
like-
of the world.
Literally, they could have like invasive Galapagos penguins.
Would probably
Okay, I
work.
don't know about that one.
Kinda cool.
I think
It's
water's
at
a
least-
bit too warm for them.
It's at least very good for tropical microfauna.
Yeah, like plenty of.
Yeah, but I think
Diseases, you know?
when it
Yeah,
comes to
they're extreme, but I
Sicilians,
make a
like
slight exaggeration.
Sicily might be too dry.
Hmm. Probably.
Petite. We can only have fun when we're talking about things that we don't care about as much. Simply.
Yeah, that
It's as
you don't
simple
take
as that.
personally. Or I don't know.
Hmm.
Also should mention SAA X just said, no way, I just found a Pelly art stream. I'm in heaven.
Hey, welcome to heaven, my friend.
Welcome,
Wait till it
welcome to
becomes,
Perry Stream. We do this every weekend here.
As a
Yep.
fellow Australian birdken art, I want to say that I feel like Florida has more invasive species than us by a good margin.
Yeah,
mean, they
Florida
have-
is like next level.
They have cane toads too.
The pet rate has a lot to answer for. Let's just say that.
How much time do we have, Yash?
6 minutes 50 seconds.
God
That's fine.
damn.
Wait, if you're Australian, then you're up like super bloody early. Holy shit.
All
I
this
should-
fucking
Should have
yapping.
grabbed the bigger
shit.
brush here earlier. Honestly, I feel like I'm lagging behind.
Hmm.
I do feel like the caniniforms could be a little bit robuster.
Yeah. Agreed. But that's details. First have to figure
Yeah.
out
That is fair.
the whole value structure and stuff.
I'm done drawing Armadillosuchus.
Impossible.
You're just
Now
getting started.
time for the second animal.
The one that you missed from the last round.
Also just dropped like one of my personal favorite Armadillosuchus in other talk text,
Ooh,
which
I gotta see this.
is shockingly ahead of the time with like the back kind of integument.
True.
Oh, it
True.
is.
Also, I feel like that might be because the artist was at some point. Fuck it.
I mean,
Yeah, valid, but like, it aged really well.
Yeah, true.
This is the new
Super Mario
was-
Bros. Yes,
no,
on
what
the
was
DS.
what was the name of the Radiodon? Like the speculative Radiodon that
A
ended up
Gyrocaster?
being...
Oh wait,
You
a
might.
Gyrocaster is the real one.
Pseudocassis.
Yeah, Gyrocaster is the real one.
Wasn't it C2 Caris?
Yeah, I think it was something like Pseudocaris or something.
It was something with
Yeah,
I
C2.
think it was
whale.
Pseudocaris, because it was like whale
Oh, it's
shrimp.
CTO Caris. Yeah, true.
Ooh, that's a nice name actually.
C2 Scaris.
Yeah, for some reason, someone actually hasn't named it yet, and yet tried to name the group after it. It's weird. I don't know why they just didn't name it, like, do it as the
Yeah.
genus name, so they could do that.
Yeah,
They could have just
yeah.
named it that.
Because Temissiocaris was the first named one. So it had
Yeah,
to
but
be
they could like there's more than
Temissiocardidae
one.
as per
There's more than
Messian rules.
one guy in that group. So
We still have a
also,
chance.
I'm not sure if you can. Oh wait, no, because it's not a scientific publication. That should be possible to name it after that, because
Yeah,
it's
it
like
would be a
the
nomen nudum.
the mention of the name has to be like first in that blah 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 blah. But since it's not a scientific publication, that should be possible. I mean, things are named after pop culture things all the time.
Yeah, so someone could name something Pseudoccaris, but it would have to clade within Temissiocardidae.
Ye-
It wouldn't be Pseudocaridae. Also,
3 minutes.
SAHSSX, I genuinely do not know how to pronounce that. There are a lot of people whose first language isn't English, so, and a lot of other people who can't spell properly. I'm one of them. So, genuinely just do not worry about it at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, it's just, it's such a non-issue.
I have typos all the time and get bullied for it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like half the people actually not. I think 3 people in this chat are not native English speakers.
Me pregunto quién.
I was gonna say half, and I realized no, wait, we are heavily on Americans and Australians right now.
I forgot I was American. Then my day was ruined.
Sheesh. But understandable.
Yeah, no.
When the American hits you.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh, this is actually dog shit. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Looking
you
petite,
got
it's
this.
probably
Said
not
I
dog
chose
shit.
a terrestrial environment. I should have drawn it bloated being eaten by a mosasaur.
You should,
Fool!
honestly.
It was found
I
far
agree
away
with you.
from any coastline, though.
Do you think that the
Shh.
place where you
Don't
find the
tell him that.
fossil is the only place that something lived?
It would be funny.
I mean, clearly, Borealopelta is an ocean-going animal.
Yeah. Taphonomy doesn't exist. Like, movement during taphonomy?
Yeah, someone get Michael out of here.
Taphonomy can't hurt you.
I don't know.
Okay, SAHSSX saying just call them Sam.
Fair enough.
Ugh, my name is Sam.
My name is Sam.
Sam
I
I
thought your name
am.
was Dilo.
Yes, it
Tell
is.
tell
My
your name is clearly not Sam.
Sam, you're not.
What? Sammy or not, here I come.
What? That didn't even rhyme.
Since when do things
Okay.
have to rhyme with Dilo?
Because it's a
For anyone.
reference.
There is no
to
rhyme
Dr.
or reason to
Zeus.
this man.
History doesn't always
Come
have
on.
to have to rhyme.
But
It's like-
No,
Dr.
but Dilo,
Zeus
I know that
should.
you know that Dr.
Rhyme.
Zeus is meant to rhyme. Dr.
Well,
Zeus
this
should
is not
rhyme.
What do you mean
This
it's
isn't
not?
about
It's
Dr.
the Sam I am
Seuss.
thing.
Yes, it is, because Sam I am is
40
Dr.
seconds.
Seuss, and that's
Sam
what-
I am is the Green
40
Eggs
seconds.
and character, Dilo.
40 seconds.
40 seconds.
No, it's not if we don't remind anyone that time is linear.
Well, give or take a couple 60 years, it will be public domain.
What Dr. Seuss's stuff?
Yes.
Isn't some of Dr. Seuss already public domain? Wasn't there something?
I don't know.
Genuinely no clue.
I would assume
I wouldn't know.
no.
I know that
Oh,
so
it's
what
so
has the
disgustingly
movie
smooth,
rights?
Josh. I love it.
Yeah. My
Someone-
recent obsession with this smear brush. I might have
Someone
gone too
that
far.
is bad at movies has the movie rights.
It is
I see
time
it
to
going with, like-
post.
There being more osteoderms which just the defines. Or like at least a soft tissue like expanding beyond that.
I
I'm
just
sorry,
think
it's
Yosh
just
draws
that,
whatever
like-
Yosh wants.
Whatever he wants, he gets.
This is not true. I will take everything from this Joshua Kanupa.
You took
I'll take
everything
everything.
from me. I slightly remember who you were.
Why am I trying to color this in manually? I have the fill tool.
It's me, Mufasa, the movie.
What?
Oh my god,
What?
Mufasa the movie. I
We
didn't
don't
know
talk
what.
about
Mufasa
this.
the movie, I'm your
This is a
biggest
safe
fan.
place.
Mufasa the movie, I'm your biggest fan. Wait, Yosh, are you finishing after the timer goes? Peak, he's joined us. He's joined us.
You're
He's
doing
done
it
a
all the
bit
time.
more
I'm
than
just.
Join
What are you
us.
talking about, Petite? Time isn't linear.
It just needed
Nothing's
something
happened.
behind here to stand out a little bit more. There we go.
Y'all should know time isn't linear.
10 seconds overtime. It looks very stupid, as it should.
Dumb animal, honestly.
An absolute creature. I would die for them.
I mean, you did die for them.
No, I died for different reasons.
Dialogue legends never die.
That's why I'm dead.
And neither do you. You are legendary in status.
Wow. This is amazing, champ.
Amazing championship.
Ugh, I'm gonna die. Why did I say that? That's disgusting, actually.
Why does it feel like my brain is melting?
Exactly.
Maybe it is. Maybe all of our brains are dying.
I think every life